playmakers. That's what Indiana has. And unfortunately, at the other end, at the end of games or clutch situations, they haven't had guys step up for Illinois. Big thing to them, drive, get to the free throw line, at least early, to establish their game.
Let's give you a look at those starting lineups for tonight's tilt. They're brought to you by Jeep Grand Cherokee. The Hoosiers are without big shot Rob Finney. He's out on concussion protocol, but in Langford and Morgan, they have a pair of true stars. The Fighting Illini, led by Trent Frazier, 16 a game. The big fella, Bishani Fishuli, is capable of having a very big night for the Fighting Illini. Well, there's a look at Finney on the bench here tonight, the freshman. His heroics at the buzzer to beat Butler in the Crossroads Classic. Everyone has been talking about that 30-footer. You were there to see that.
Classic. Made a couple of big goals as well against Louisville.
Now, they don't think they're going to have him back anytime soon. They've got Michigan coming up right around the corner. A lot of folks are already looking ahead to that game. He will not appear in that one either, so somewhat shorthanded in that capacity, but a lot of weapons for Archie Miller in his second year for Indiana. He comes in 11-2, Illinois at 4-9, 0-2 in the Big Ten.
They've done a nice job cutting down on turnovers, which has helped them.
And Brad Underwood, his second year for Illinois. His team has been right there in a bunch of games, but most of those have slipped away. The Fighting Illini win the opening tip.
And Dave O'Brien. The Hoosiers go a little bit of it. They love the horn set. Both elbows covered, a lot of ball screens. And that little brush give-off is very tough to handle.
Sumo up top here for Nichols. Shot clock down inside 10. Jordan got a look at it. He'll make a move into the lane, jumping inside, and the kick out. Frazier tried to get it inside, and they will give it right to the Hoosiers.
A pretty good defensive set. Of course, we saw both clubs going through the scouting reports. They know exactly what they're going to do, so adjustments have to be made individually.
Indiana is one of the best shooting teams in the country. They're #1 in the Big Ten, #2 in the nation at 53%.
And Devontae Green, one of those guys that can really light it up. Not a bad replacement, huh, for Rob? Both clubs do a great job going side to side. They show and trap ball screens. Pretty good coverage from the back. Well schooled.
Well, 5 to get off a shot. Green stepping back, but off the back of the iron.
Need easy baskets. Pretty good balance.
Nichols to launch, straight on. They will take a lot of threes. And a big fella getting inside. Bishanishvili can really work underneath. He's not a three-point threat necessarily, but underneath he gets it done.
Hey, pretty good talent. This kid really knows the game, does a great job finding people. And how about his ability to light it up, huh? On a roll. Come on. That's why he's a tough match, Dave. He can drag his guys away if they're not mobile. He's down in the lane. He's pretty tough, too. Great hold-off guy. Duck in. Jordan playing good basketball of late. Amazing, the number is 23 as well, huh? With that name. How about that dribble drive? Something he can do. Romeo, you gotta love him. Ali, none of them. Chris Brad wants his guys to perform at a high level, and this is not what you want. A little baseline drive, you've got to take it away, or at least get some weak side coverage.
Nichols with it. Heading off for Frazier, coming in averaging 16 a game, and one of the better three-point shooters inside the conference.
Nice job. Giorgio B, they're telling me to call him. Bishonishvili. His ability to duck in, you got to do a better job denying in the low post.
He's had some fine efforts as well. He had 22 against Notre Dame, 17 against Gonzaga as Morgan misfired, but a foul on the play with 17:27 to go.
This is why he's such a load. Juwan, his ability to beat you outside and then be productive in the lane as well. Just here, look at this, bringing it all. And gets the roll as well. He wiped the basket out for grabbing the rim. He held on it.
Yeah, he held on at the end there.
May put his hand through the cylinder. That's just one thing neither one of us had to worry about.
No. He'll be at the line to shoot with 17:27 to go here in the first half. Archie Miller not thrilled with that call, but 2 shots coming from Morgan.
His performance up in Indy against Butler was one of the best I've seen this year.
Yeah, 35 points and 12 for 14 from the field.
They should play more there. He had 34 there last year, right?
He did. He's also had some better games in his career against the Fighting Illini. Smooth at the line there, but only 57%. Indiana on top by 1.
Dosunmu, a kid who can really shoot it, I think. Watching him in practice today, got to shoot it with confidence. He was very good off the bounce. Got to get stronger, though.
Ishvili right there at the foul line, tipped away. Langford.
Double.
And a turnover.
Yeah, that little rub, a pretty good defense there, made him back cut.
Averaging 18 points a game for Coach Miller, preseason All-American, and you have to say the youngster has lived up to the billing.
Absolutely. Of course, how about the genes in the Miller family? Dad, John, and of course, Sean out at Arizona. A lot of staggered cuts, then the fill at the elbow.
Dosunmu has that one slapped away. And the Fighting Illini will keep it. An inauspicious start, certainly, for Illinois. Coming off a rough year last year, they dropped 7 out of 8 against a very rugged schedule at one point in the non-conference.
Well, they don't get to the foul line often enough. They don't get easy baskets. It's got to be predicated off their great defense. They are pesky on that end. And so's this guy. He can beat you on the bounce, step out in 3, Frazier. Got a little freeze game.
Got to fire it up there, rainbow 3. And take it away by Morgan, who's ripping down 8 rebounds a game.
Well, that's what he can do, rebound and bring it up. The early drag screen and roll.
Langford.
Oh, can't do it twice. Jump the passing lane, sell out, and don't cover.
He has 4 points. Already twice he's been named Big Ten Freshman of the Week. Here's Nichols with a fall away, but that won't drop.
Yeah, they need him to play well. He's a better player. He's struggling a little bit from deep in particular. Nice D here.
Yep. Stolen away by Nichols from behind.
Numbers.
Wants to attack. Heavy traffic, got it to go.
Yeah, nice poise, too, with that dribble. A little hesitation. Blew by.
Indiana undefeated here at home. They're 9-0. Both of their losses coming on the road at Arkansas and against Duke.
Yeah, boy, they've gotten better since that Duke game. They really struggled. 23 turnovers, I think.
Morgan, pretty good from 3. 46%, but not this time. Illinois team takes a lot of those and knocked down by Dosunmu, but as a team, 36%, maybe take a few more than their coach wants.
Brad said that. He said we're just jacking them up unnecessarily at times.
1 for 4 so far tonight. In the early going here in Indiana, trying to slither in high off the window. Smooth shot by Devontae Green.
A little kiss at a Long Island. This is brother, pretty darn player. Got a ring at San Antonio. Danny.
6'3" junior. Here's Frazier's jumper. Yes, he swishes it in.
See, if you don't handle that, they can beat you either with the drive when they curl around that or stick that jumper if you go under.
Here's Durham on the attack. Strong move all the way through. Hit the deck. The tip won't go. That will, however, on the follow by Justin Smith.
I love that kid around the glass. Does a nice job on the offense. And gets free, too. A nice read. You go and help. Bears the glass.
And tied at 13.
Nice.
Ishvili and strong with the right hand.
He's got a game, this kid. Old-time religion. I'm thinking of Johnny Red Kerr. Now, this is crazy. You're probably the only people that know what we're talking about. One of the great passers, centers in Illinois' history. Great pro. But he was a wonderful passer. Really knew the game.
Once again, Green trying to win over the whistle.
I think Ishvili. The ability of the big fella to put it on the deck. Yeah, but you got to use both hands, folks. out of Georgia via Austria. Ringing a bell.
Well, the Hoosiers have had their share of close games. They're 4-1 in games decided by 3 or less. Arkansas was a 1-point defeat. They beat Northwestern by 2, beat Penn State by 2, defeated Louisville by 1, 68-67, and of course the big one against Butler at the buzzer, 71-68.
Tells you a little something about the ticker, doesn't it? These kids, different guys able to make plays, though, at critical times. It's all about the record. Of course, the end of the year, those are big wins when you're talking NCAA.
They trailed in each of their last 7 victories. Down here at the moment, 15-13 in the early going at Assembly Hall, and Indiana to check it in. Langford.
Watch and see if they trap this pass. Well, when he's on the box, you might see that on him, that nice step and go.
Pfister, the 6'10 senior, can really shoot it from downtown into the game. He goes for the rebound, but it goes to the Fighting Illini. Donis De La Rosa, one of the 7-footers now in the contest for Illinois.
They need some help. The foul problems could be an issue as the game progresses. They can steal some minutes with De La Rosa. Likes to post up strong. You can see him begging in there.
Shot clock down to 3. Frazier swings it to the big man and off the window for 2.
Nice roll. Present yourself. Get available. Big time finish.
A very patient possession there for Illinois, and now a blocking foul against the Fighting Illini.
Nice simple 2-man play. Extremely effective. Big guy here. That ability to turn and face the ball. That is key now. Open up. Get the hands ready. See it into your hands.
Illinois on top 17-13. Coming up on the 13-minute mark of the first half. Students are still out, but the alumni band is here tonight.
That's right. We late, at least I do very well. This will be a heck of a graduate school.
Oh, yeah. They can still play. It's like riding a bike. Inside 9 on the shot clock. McRobertson to the game, but he airmailed that one, rebounded away, and the Illini want to run.
Nice look.
Belize draws the foul, and he'll head to the line in search of a 3-point play.
Well, they are playing with some spunk and spirit right now. This is what they need, easy baskets. Of course, that long jumper generally goes that side. A nice give up. Io had his eyes up. Great look.
So that'll put Feliz at the line, the 6'2 junior from the Dominican Republic. Junior college transfer out of Northwest Florida State.
This kid is quick, attacks. I like his mentality out there. Gives him a little bit of different look. He can get by people. A little full court pressure. That's what they worked on today. The back dribble and then look up. A good pass would have had a deuce. Davis on the floor. Can do some nice things in that low box. They're trying to stretch him for 20 minutes a game.
And a big 2 at 6'10".
In the zone now. Pry, that foul line open on a flash.
Green with it, took a look at the shot clock. It's dwindling down to 2 and a kick ball.
Oh, what a break. What a break for the Hoosiers.
So they can reset the shot clock to 20. And it was down to 1 at the time of the kick.
I saw this guy at Stephen F. Austin and Oklahoma State having the NCAA tournament. This guy is a keeper. Very on top of the, particularly defensively. They got a young team, little inexperience, and again, the guys that can finish deals and get to the free throw line, so important for them.
Green, yep, a 2-pointer on the way, but not there. And they're going to get Evan Pfister, the 6'10 senior, with the foul over the top.
He's a nice addition to this team, too. You mentioned his ability outside. Seen him put it on the deck and use either hand around the rim. And he can stretch and help the bigs.
His sister, Emily, is an All-American volleyball star at Torrey Pines High School in San Diego. Very famous for volleyball products, and she is signed to play volleyball at Indiana.
How about that? Torrey Pines, not a bad venue for golf either.
Yes.
We never get a sign there, do we?
No. 20-13. Crowd a little bit antsy here so far in Indiana. The way the Fighting Illini have come out strong tonight. Well, Illinois made 9 out of 13 to take a 7-point lead early. Let's go inside the huddle now and the Hoosiers head coach Archie Miller.
Step one, defensively. Got to pressure the ball. Got to do a good job right now, not letting them post us. Okay, that's step one. Number two, keep it tight. Keep it tight. Pressure the ball, keep it tight. Do not allow them to pierce the paint and get back in transition. Now, offensively, you gotta fight to make one or two more passes. And if they put two on the ball, you gotta be able to deliver that thing and get it out of there and either make them rotate or go.
Say he gets a lot in there quickly, though.
Yeah.
This kid is a keeper, right? Transition. They gave up a couple opportunities to duck in. They haven't done a good job. And the weak side help has been negligent at times.
Here's Nichols on the wing, the 6'6 junior. Shot clock, a real factor here, down to one. And it's in and out. Rebound tipped and controlled by the Fighting Illini. Dosumu can't cash in.
Oh, just fumbled it, wasn't ready, hurried it a little bit. Where you were at a weakness on those offensive rebound kickouts.
One of the things that Brad Underwood, the Fighting Illini head coach, talked about in his workout today was getting back in defense. Transition really concerned him. Bottling up there on the baseline. They forced the turnover. Feliz with a spin. Roberts going down hard, the foul with 10:58 to go in a quick-moving first half.
Yeah, Feliz on that particular play, but the ability to hustle, McRoberts gives everything. I just love to watch this kid. Saves balls, gets on the deck, not afraid to offer it all up. Saved the basket with his hustle there.
He did. He missed the Jacksonville game, the game right before Christmas, because of a sore back. But as you say, he gets down on the deck.
I think it was the Northwestern game. He actually won the game. We stretch it out, deflecting a ball in, keeping it alive. All those little things that make you a winner. And in this league this year, you've got to be able to come up with plays. Such a competitive conference.
Many are talking about maybe 9, possibly 10 bids.
I mean, there'll be an argument by the end of the year because they can all get big wins as the year progresses.
Smith shut down in the lane. The swing here for Green.
And a nice look there. This kid attacks.
Boy, is he quick. He kicks out for Williams, and a three-pointer on target.
That certainly helps. To push Devontae stepping in. Just around 23% from three, but you've got carte blanche with nobody on you.
Well, the crowd here at Assembly Hall trying to urge the Hoosiers on.
They got the right back in the game right here. They like to ISO him.
Roberts on the baseline. Shot clock to 7. Trying to get closer. Has to get the shot up there. Off the iron, no. Rebounded up and in by Morgan, who's so tough under there.
That's his strength. Bodies you under the rim.
See why he makes 69% of his shots.
He does have some range, though.
Yep, 46% from 3, you're right.
I just think he's a tough out. Who do you put on him?
Nichols looking inside.
Roberts did a nice job shading on the weak side.
On the spin. That's a tough shot. The tip won't fall. And taken away by the Hoosiers. Here they come. Trailing 23-15 on a home court they have not lost on. Langford shot. And a little chilly right now.
And a little quick jack, too, I think.
The Fighting Illini. They're getting good guard play and continue to by that young man, Andres Feliz.
Not bad. Attack.
Under 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Long distance, and that's too strong by Morgan, and one and done with 8:48 to play in the first half.
Watch this little cross. I.O. little terrific use and handle. A little kiss at the end, but just solid. Dribbling efficiency. They're going to check it out and see if it's a hook and hold.
Kipper hit with his second foul. That was the call to stop the clock. Kipper Nichols, 6'6 junior.
You can't argue this is a point of emphasis. I just think unless it is malicious, because big guys get tangled up. Of course, It happened instantly with Haas getting thrown to the ground and the elbow. So, I mean, I understand it.
And in the early going of the season, they're going to the monitor quite a bit for the official review on this.
It's not the most attractive looking at Bo's back there, I must say. Let's see what they got underneath here.
Well, that's where they got Nichols tying up with Justin Smith. Indiana has big problems shooting the ball right now. They're stone cold 1 for their last 9.
Now, would you be mad if we just called a common foul?
Not at all.
Yeah, I mean, it just happens. I understand it totally. And
trying to clean things up in there. I get it. Yeah,
they are.
And this is as you mentioned, the early emphasis in college basketball, and they're concerned with guys faking fouls. And Bo's going to come over. Bo Borowski's going to explain this. So they are going to go, looks like, to a common foul. So that's exactly what he said, right? Go to a common foul there.
Exactly.
No hook and hold on this play. With Illinois on top by 10. Number 2 on Kipper Nichols.
Now, this Indiana team keeps playing, though. They've been able to come back second half, being down a number of times. We'll elaborate in that second half if it continues.
Morgan, strong move to his right, got tied up. He flipped it out, but stolen away by the Fighting Illini.
They're playing big, too, with De La Rosa on the floor now. See if they go power. There's that rub on the post.
And they fouled Jordan. That was with 17 on the shot clock.
See, what do? You slide under, they got a shot. If you can't squeeze through, it's very difficult to defend.
Romeo Langford with number 1. So far, he's been quieted by Illinois. Top scorer for the Hoosiers, 18.6 rebounds a game.
Empty side, overload left.
Griffin tried to feed underneath and tipped with 7 on the shot clock.
A little better job of riding that guy out, doing your homework early.
Indiana will bring Devontae Green back on. Very reliable three-point shooter.
How about that one coming up, huh? Ohio State, Michigan State. Versus Winston having a great year. Nick Ward lighting it up. Field goal percentage. Ohio State. Jackson running the show, I think, is one of the key guys for them.
Griffin will launch it right before the buzzer, and that did not touch anything. Never got to the iron. So a shot clock violation by Alan Griffin.
Now, if you're Indiana, you like to build on that, though. Great stop. See if you can get a good shot at the other end. Get this audience a little bit involved.
Hoosiers trying to find somebody to make some shots, which typically has not been a problem for them.
They got a mismatch underneath. They don't take advantage. You got to look, get it to Morgan, or get a decent shot. He gets the offensive rebound.
Timeout, 10-point lead for Illinois. Illinois on top of number 21, Indiana, 25-15. We take a look at the playbook now, sponsored by Lexus.
And they're just pushing the basketball. See the numbers going. And what you do is you collapse the defense at the other end. Everybody doesn't get correctly matched up. Everybody's stuck in the lane. And now the ability to find on a kick-out pass a guy who uses a drag screen frequently to get it free, but that time gets those puppies organized. Williams drills it.
Now Illinois so far 2 out of 8 beyond the three-point line, but Indiana just 1 for 8. Obviously a pretty good run here for the Fighting Illini. You know, Brad Underwood was talking about this in his workout today, that he's very proud of the fact his kids have not really gotten beaten down by these tough, excruciating losses.
No, he said he's delighted at their attitude. They come ready every day, put out and go into a little bit of a zone now, shake them up, maybe control Jawan Morgan. Watch Smith on the offensive glass.
Durham up top, 3 to get off a shot. And Roberts trying to bounce underneath. The shot clock is going to expire. They took too long.
That's what the zone did. You come out, a little wrinkle. It is amazing, just a little bit of a change. Shakes people up, don't get in the right spot quickly. I'm frustrated on the sign now with that particular trip.
No, they've turned it over, Indiana now 5 times. Shot clock has come into play quite a bit on both ends.
Yeah, good defense, solid, great preparation.
Here's Frazier, sophomore out of Wellington, Florida.
Much better defense that time. Durham.
Long one from the corner, and that won't drop.
Should go the other way.
Tipped it will. 7:13 to go.
Alan Griffin. Damp is a pretty good player at St. Paul. Adrian. Real gentleman, too.
Sister is a heck of a player.
And I think the youngest, younger boy, youngest child, he's pretty darn good, too. And he gets a Bob. Let's see what they call.
7:04 left in the half. And they'll keep it on this end. The Hoosiers will have the basketball, averaging 79 points a game. And already with 5 wins against top 50 opponents.
I think you got to use Morgan a little bit more. So now give him some touches.
Langford off the glass for 2.
How about that? That's what he's great at. Put it on the deck. A little running hook. He's got a finger roll at the rim, too.
Former Indiana Mr. Basketball scored over 3,000 points in high school. Remarkable.
Big-time recruit here, too. Really, I think.
Griffin. A lot of defensive pressure there. Knocked away. Durham in transition. Wants to attack. And a blocking foul will go against Illinois.
Well, he can really put it on the deck and get to the rim, Durham, too. Can make those threes. But just see that little hesitation and great use of the glass. Great feel. He can go left decently, too. He's got that mid-game, and I think he's going to become a very good deep shooter eventually. Because even in practice today, the rotation was good. All the action was good.
Right now,
developing confidence,
yeah,
right?
21% beyond the three-point line, but a great high school player. And the 27th Indiana Mr. Basketball to suit up for the Hoosiers.
I think New Albany, Fuzzy Zeller's hometown, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed.
Just down by Louisville.
Durham at the line, 76%. And for such an effective shooting team, the Hoosiers have scuffled at the foul line, barely 64%. So another one coming here for Durham, who was one of the 5 Hoosiers in double figures against Jacksonville December 22nd. He went for 18 points. And Zach McRoberts will come back on now for Archie Miller.
When you watch Durham, he keeps that dribble alive. This is what you need at a home venue. Get a little excitement going.
And really one of the great home venues in college basketball has been for so long. And always a treat to come in here. Unless you're an opponent. Dosunmu up top. Here's Jordan. Can't find anything in there. Shot clock to 9.
Great defense. And you know, the old days you were taught to open up to the ball. That time Green didn't see it but blind, but extended the arms and deflected out of bounds.
Place is packed as it always is here. And there's your alumni band filling in for the students here tonight. Doing a great job.
I saw Benny Goodman over there.
Ishvili trying to back down. Working hard against Morgan. And a shot clock violation.
That he almost hooked as well. Once again, you build on something. The defense has stepped up the last couple of minutes.
So Indiana has cut it to 6.
Don't extend the arm when you drive.
Langford again. Tough move. Oh, stuffed him, but they're going to call that off. They will wave it off, and goaltending.
Can he jump? He is an athlete. I saw a dunk against Louisville by Smith. It's so tempting. Lingering up there. And straight up to the ceiling over that cone is a violation.
Interference on the iron. Phillies looking for help.
Ooh, watch that arm.
Working hard on Green. That's a pretty good battle between those two.
Pretty.
Great feed underneath, and one.
How about the big fellow with the strength that time? Giorgio.
Ishan Ishmaeli will pick up a 3-point opportunity here. He's got 8 points.
And he knows how to roll, present himself. Look at that hesitation. Old-time religion. What a clever dish as well by Felice.
You're admiring the footwork, no doubt. He's a talented dancer. What we're told is back home in the Republic of Georgia, he entered and won several dance competitions.
How about that?
No way to verify that.
You really didn't do your homework. You got to substantiate all those things.
Right.
Not a good look here. Gave it up early. Got to keep the dribble.
Quick turnover. They've kicked it over 7 times now.
Did he dance with his mom, too? From something I read.
Yes.
When she visited.
Yes,
he was dancing before the game here.
Right. Well,
I turned him down.
You did. He was a very engaging young man, very popular on the campus. And one of those kids coming from a very tough part of the world who is so grateful for everything he has.
Absolutely.
Stole it away. Here comes Smith.
Good poise here.
Green on the dribble. Back to Langford, really getting into the offensive flow here the last several minutes. Wants to shoot it again, and it goes.
Well, he is turning it over a little bit. You like to see that. Nice size and strength.
Sure does.
Too deep.
Yeah, more excellent defense here by the Hoosiers, forcing the turnover. Green, all the way through with the left hand.
Well, they are using the bounce effectively. Brad's a little bit upset, rightfully so.
And a timeout, Illinois, as the Hoosiers have come roaring back to cut it to 27-23.
No diagrams, just the ability individually to create havoc off that bounce. Good, strong maneuver here. That back dribble they work on so well. That time Green. Look at that little back dribble, freezes the D, and then finishing the deal off. And Romeo, we know where there are. Right down in that 3-second lane, delivered.
So it's an 8-2 scoring run for the Hoosiers, and an all-important crowd in it.
It took a long time to get through school, that band.
Alumni band, a big hit whenever they get a chance to fill in for the students. And the Hoosiers, their record at home 9-0. Both of the losses coming on the road. Big scoring difference there, averaging 83 points a game here at Assembly Hall.
They have a lot of weapons now, a lot of guys who can help. Felice, you mentioned at the Open, struggling hopefully next week.
Felice looking for seam, nothing there. And a whistle off the ball.
Got a hold on that cut. They do that nice job on that weak side. Trying to rush screen off the high post.
Langford's second. 4:15 left in the first half. And Illinois has played very, very well. Langford, 2 personals, so he will head to the bench.
Anderson on the floor now.
Williams will swing it up top. Here's Jordan on the wing. Shot clock down to 9. Hand up nearly fumbled. And stuck on a terrific defensive play by Morgan. And a frustration foul by Illinois in the aftermath there.
And a pretty good self-control there. Morgan at the end of this play. I mean, this is really, that's a armpit block. This little small change nonsense that goes on frequently.
Felice is second, 1-and-1 time for the Hoosiers. That'll put Morgan at the line. Now, he posted the second triple-double in school history right before Christmas against Jacksonville. 10 points, 10 rebounds, a career-high 10 assists.
Well, who's the guy he matched? Steve Downey, who was an assistant coach here for Bob Knight.
But surprising, only 2 have done it for Indiana.
It's amazing, really, over all this time. This kid has really established a well-rounded game, though. So many areas of the floor he can dominate.
That is 9 points in the first half.
Quiet 9, too, wouldn't you say?
2-point game.
That little handoff's amazing, isn't it? I see football teams fumble that more than they do. Little double screen.
Shanishvili working those puppies, and too much with a traveling violation.
I don't know if they pulled the chair out on him a little bit, got him a little stumbly peg. We can relate to that.
Mike, thank you very much. You're a 2-point lead for the Fighting Illini, but that gap has closed as the Hoosiers have been hitting their shots, and the Fighting Illini have not hit a field goal in about 5.5 minutes.
And it's interesting, too, with 7 turnovers for Indiana, you would think you'd get more than 4 points. And Illinois not really generating a lot of offense off their defense, which is so essential for them. It looks like they're going to extend the floor this trip.
Well, Indiana trying to tie or take the lead here at Assembly Hall.
Boxing one here, it looks like. Well, they're back to straight up.
Green thrown away. That'll be their 8th turnover. Jordan with the pick was thrown right to him.
That may have been a triangle in two, because Juwan Morgan was played as well as Green. A little wrinkle.
Here's Williams.
Nice job defensively on those back screens, getting around them.
Shanishvili to his right denied. Shot clock again a factor. Jordan to lift. And it'll be out of play and back over to the Hoosiers. So again, an opportunity to tie or grab the lead.
A little offense defense here, trying to get some points at a number 0. Romeo Langford. A lot of poise for a young guy. Hey, by the way, how about when he came over today?
To say hello.
And one of I think somebody asked him, did you watch the Nebraska Rowing games? I don't have cable.
He said, I don't have cable. So he's not watching much these days.
Oh, no. Well, a lot of people are going to watch him.
Teardrop. Doesn't touch anything from Devontae Green. So Illinois trying to get their offense, which was cooking early, back on track.
Nice drive, and don't cover that baseline kick.
Dosunmu will knock that one down. He's got 8 points.
Nice looking player.
He once scored 60 in a high school game. He can light it up. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Slithering inside, great play, and Green will lay it in.
Nice read by Green, too, and then the acknowledgement with the little pass.
Half a dozen points. Smith with the give. 30-27. Illinois, they've got to be delighted by how this first half has gone here on the road, but now they throw it away. Picked up by Langford in transition.
Good give.
And a layup will drop by Durham.
Perfect timing on the pass, too.
Well, they've cut it to 1. Closing in on halftime. And off for Jordan. Here's Belize. Shot clock again.
Got the hook.
Shanishvili has that shot, and 2 for him.
He's got some game. Boy, nice response late.
It's a nice half with 10.
Yeah, he's a solid kid. He's just going to make sure he doesn't get a cheap foul. A little giveaway here. Give it to Jordan, maybe, if they want.
Langford will be at the line with 47 seconds to go.
And Langford, one of those positionless guys. He can play 3 spots at least. A nice give. Timing beautiful. Durham with the finish. And the big fella out of the Patrick School in New Jersey. Ringing a bell.
2 free throws.
Mama Shilashvili at Seton Hall. Sandro is a friend of his. He said they talk every day, by the way.
No kidding.
He's a year older. Sandro's a nice player, too. Nice understanding of the game. A lot to be said for the academies in Europe, teaching kids so many basics.
Langford will have another one. And back on McRoberts, the senior, as Durham hits the bench for Archie Miller.
I think he'll come out after this free throw. He made it.
1 and 2.
He's got to make sure he does not foul now.
Feliz, he's been real quick with the basketball in particular. Last half minute of play before the break.
Post-up is beautiful. Sergio really is a great feel for using that derriere.
3 on the shot clock.
Got to shoot it.
The big fella will launch it. That didn't touch anything. They've had a couple of those shot clock violations in the first 20 minutes.
You know, a lot of it is this great defense by Indiana. They've stepped up. And again, Brad telling both of us today, they don't have anybody that just creates off that dribble and gets to the free throw line. Well, they have 2 free throws, if I'm not mistaken, at least the last stat sheet.
This is going to be a very, very interesting second half here, regardless of what happens in this last possession. But Indiana can tie or take the lead.
A little change of the D again. A little zone on this look. Got to be careful the offensive rebound.
He's back out for Durham. He can hit it from 3. He's going to drive it instead. Flipped it up. The tip will go. Smith able to get that to go right in front of the buzzer.
That kid has such an impact on the glass. Played with Jalen Brunson, so he got fed the ball a few times in high school.
The tied at 32 at halftime.
You shake him up a little with the zone, but you just don't have the impact on the checkout. Smith delivers without a cough.
Mike, Casey, and Andy coming your way with the Jeep halftime report in a moment. We welcome you back to college basketball, brought to you by Jeep and Inside Assembly Hall. All tied up 32-32, the Fighting Illini and the Hoosiers. Dave O'Brien, Bill Raftery, and both of these teams know a thing or two about close games.
Well, you got to find something out about yourself, particularly going inside is very effective. I think they got to do a little more of that for the big guy. Good hands, good position, turns, presents himself. But the ability to get down and get easy baskets has been tough. This is one of the few times. Push the defense back, collapse it, the kick out. And, of course, Romeo. This kid really has a great feel for when to do the proper thing. Coaches know how humble he is. Just good footwork, some strength as well around that rim. But you're going to find a little something else about now Illinois.
Yeah, and if they, in fact, wind up in another tight one, they've had those excruciating defeats where they've been right there against teams like Gonzaga, Notre Dame, a bunch of teams, and let it slip away.
Well, Trent Frazier only played 7-49, 1 for 3 with the 2 fouls. So that's an advantage, yeah. But the big thing, they're not getting to the foul line, something they stressed and talked about today, and I'm sure the days prior to coming here to Bloomington.
Now look at the first half numbers. The Fighting Illini shooting it particularly well. 54%, 3 out of 12 from three-point range. Indiana just 1 for 8 outside that three-point line. And fascinating to note, Indiana does not have a single point from its bench yet. Not one.
And 11 turnovers, that's a lot. The Brad's club only has 14, generally speaking.
Langford, the outstanding freshman, with the basketball to begin the second half here in Bloomington. Wants to get involved early and does. He banks in 2.
Not uncomfortable going to his left, and that is a tough little delivery. LeBron-like going left.
Well, he's got 11. Sumu.
Nice little show by Morgan. Their defense has been the difference, I think, in the end, the last 10 minutes of the first half.
Shot clock was often a factor in the first 20 minutes.
Smith stretches out that ball screen.
Slapped away. Shot clock down to 2. Way downtown off the back iron there. Nichols could not hit it.
Continues to struggle from deep. They need him to ring that bell. Jordan really alert jumping that passing. They got to be careful.
We talked about Finney, Rob Finney, the freshman who hit that huge shot against Butler, out because of concussion protocol. Got to keep him out for a couple of weeks. So he won't play against Michigan either. And a foul with 18:55 to go.
With Jordan on the reach in. Of course, the way he shot the ball in practice today, that's what the coaches say, let's clear him. He's ready to go.
Right.
Rob is a gamer. How about his hometown, too? They snuck one out of there, right? Getting him into the fold here from Lafayette, Indiana.
Indeed. 42 assists, only 20 turnovers for the freshman. So very good with the basketball. But they are without him tonight. Langford
driving, nice little play here. He had the option of passing and pretty good defensive play. Dosunmu in the corner covered, so he decided to use that strength. This is what impresses me most about him. He likes hesitation and the blow-by as he gets into that gap. Right there, they take away the passing lane. Why not? Use the strength, get 2.
That is 3 fouls now on Kipper Nichols. To put Langford back to the line. He has 12 points, and Nichols in trouble. And right now, he's going to stay.
Tough assignment, though. It punishes you with the dribble. Really got to move your legs. Shanishvili, let's see if they can get him rolling a little bit. Got his guy.
Is Nichols on the wing. 10 to get off a shot. Williams shoved on that play.
Durham never got position there. They're really trying to do a good job getting over the top. Either the pass and brush screen.
That's going to be 3 on Al Durham. With a ton of time to go.
And they're short at that spot, too. With Rob being out. Tennessee.
So he'll have to sit. McRoberts on for him.
There's that little flex screen inside.
Roberts hitting the deck again. It always seems to be there. And they did get a timeout.
Yeah.
So the timeout fighting Illini with Indiana on top here, 35-32 early second half.
A great playmaker, a great guy too. You know, you'd love to have him on your team. He's just a great all-around guy. He's a great teammate. He's not a ball hog or what a lot of people think 5 stars will be like. And I think that's just a testament to the character he is.
I guess actions speak louder than words, huh? Talking to us about his humility, his grace under fire. You can see his strength initiating the contact, finishing. And I like his little dribble moves. Can use that left hand beautifully. Knows how to finish at the rim. Pretty bright future.
Yes. Great on those angle shots. Which are tough to guard.
He guides with that off arm nicely. Doesn't extend it. Uses his strength. Nice help.
And a shot clock violation. That's the 4th one of the ball game for Illinois.
Wow. And it's just excellent defense preparation. They've just taken away all their angles, all their opportunities to post up, doing a better job on the duck-ins in the lane.
Well, the momentum in the final minutes of the first half certainly swung to Indiana. That maintained it into the early minutes of the second half. Trying to feed down low for Smith, but take it away.
Well, that quick drag screen is tough to handle. He should make that shot. I thought he should have taken it. He ends up losing it.
It looked like he wanted to roll into the lane for a hook shot. On another tough drive is Langford. He loves that window, doesn't he?
He sure does. And one extension at the rim to finish. Well, he is asserting himself, isn't he?
He sure is. Freshman in name only. This is their biggest lead of the evening. And a foul. 17-16 to play.
Just extraordinary ability to slice with the hands. And then the understanding here of what shot he can release and the length of those arms. Look at this thing. Size 37 or 38, please. 16.5 collar.
18.6 rebounds a game for the freshman, who has an interesting looking jump shot. We've not seen it often tonight because he's been so good going to the basket.
It's almost a little Oscar Robertson, and it gets it behind his head.
Yes.
Oscar used to do that little thing in the lane. Big guys, the big dipper couldn't handle it. Nice read.
But Roberts slowed down by Frazier.
Look at the seal off by Smith.
Green had the lane, gets it back. And we'll set up a play.
He's pretty good at dancing, isn't he? With that dribble, backs it off.
So Indiana up 37-32.
They got a little nickel dimer on the baseline. I think that's number 4.
Yes.
Nichols.
It is on Nichols, his 4th.
The anticipation now, just watch a little action here on the ball reversal. Being at home, being alert. A terrific read. I love. He's the junk guy, I think. Anything you need, Coach.
Nichols heading to the bench. That could be a long sit. Langford again.
Well, he's really asserting.
Draws the foul and be at the line. Man, is he putting on a show.
Wait till he gets that jump shot down. I don't mean the mid-range. He's got that. This could be the coming out. This is the best I've seen him even on tape the last couple of minutes. Just putting his mind that he can take people, power at the rim, ability to finish, and tremendous length and extension.
De La Rosa sends him to the line with the foul. He's a 69% foul shooter. And a three-point play to open it up to 8.
That rotation he has is solid. Takes his hand, gets it in the right spot, takes the guide hand off properly.
17 points now for Langford.
A little nickel dimer here, Green.
Devontae Green trying to keep up. He commits his second personal. Indiana looking for their 12th win of the season.
Well, Archie, something else, isn't he? This kid, he was a keeper. The job he did at Dayton. Of course, North Carolina State as an undergrad could really shoot it.
Jordan up top for Frazier. Frazier's been pretty quiet in this one.
They need him too. They need him to step up a little bit.
Jordan's got to get a shot in the air.
Another violation. How about that?
Number 5. Well, you could go a couple of weeks without doing that 5 times.
It's unbelievable because it's all about the defensive preparation, being in the right spot, and you gotta love Romeo to finish big time.
And on Saturday, it's a huge showdown in the Big D. Russell Wilson and the Seahawks take on Ezekiel Elliott and the Cowboys. That's the NFC wildcard game. It all starts at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, Saturday on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Postseason getting underway in the National Football League. Here at Assembly Hall, packed to the gills as always. It's 40-32. Indiana surging. Illinois without a field goal this half. They've turned it over 4 times. They've actually had 6 shot clock violations in this game.
A little wrinkle, 3-quarter pressure back into the zone. And Brad telling us they got to get to the foul line. The opponent scores 10 more free throws a game.
Green lets fly, but too strong on that jump shot.
And they're only 1 for 2, so they got to start attacking a little bit. Where they are right up because he loves to pull up and shoot that 3 at the 3-second three-point line.
De La Rosa with a touch on a high post.
It's a nice little play. I love it. The dribble exchange or the back cut. Nice read.
Sumo with the basket.
A little side scissor. A little red R back Celtics. I know you've heard that a few times in your day.
Yes. On the bounce feed. I talk about moving the ball exceptionally well. Downstairs out of the hands of Smith with 15:03 to go.
I think Morgan's really improved with his passing. There's a nice shot when he posts looking opposite.
Juwan Morgan, you look at his last 4 games coming into play tonight. He was shooting, and I don't care who you're playing against, he was shooting over 82% in those games. 28 for 34 is ridiculous under any circumstance.
You seldom see him taking bad shots.
5 to get off a shot for the Hoosiers. Langford baseline, strong drive, and with 2 seconds on the shot clock, he draws the foul.
Well, he is the aggressor, isn't he? The defense trying to pick up the charge. Restraining area here. Just a little bit late. Boy, he is strong when he goes to that rim.
Number 2 on the 7-footer, De La Rosa.
Boy, when he attacks, you better bring some equipment with you.
He has 18 points. And Indiana will bring on Al Durham for Devontae Green.
Al's got those 3 fouls, so he's got to be careful. Probably line up with Frazier.
Indiana is such a good shooting team. They don't seem to rattle when they get down in a game. They know they can shoot their way back in it.
Very confident team. They know how to finish.
Well, they've expanded the lead to 42-34.
Catches through the foul line. Pretty good denial. Flex cut in the back. Too tough an angle to make that delivery.
That was McRoberts again. You made the point early that he gets his hands on everything.
Just involved in the game. Brings a lot of energy.
Turned it over 16 times, the Fighting Illini. Frazier now. Can they get him going? His 3.
That's his game right there.
It's Langford.
Nice give.
Up ahead for Durham. Back to Langford. And it'll go the other way. An offensive.
I think that might be number 4.
That will be on Durham. His 4th.
Anytime you get these 2-on-1, I thought it should have been a little bit of a give earlier. Got a little bit too deep. Should have been a bang right off the touch pass.
So Al Durham, the sophomore from Lilburn, Georgia, will have to take a seat with 4 personals. 14 minutes to play.
Matching up big now with Davis on the floor.
Davis 6'10", coming back from a torn Achilles that caused him to miss the last 16 games of last season. He was playing quite well at the time of the injury.
And he's got a nice game inside. Just a matter of getting in that shape to play sustained minutes.
Sean Ishvili is back on the floor now for the Fighting Illini. Williams, and a foul on that one with 13:47 left. So that'll go against Davis. He'll pick up his first.
You see they're looking to be creative with the dribble a little bit, but it's been tough. And just suffocating defense by Indiana.
DeMonte Williams to the line, a sophomore. Strong rebounding guard. And typically a good foul shooter, 75%.
I think he gets to that rim, too. He's one of those guys who can beat you with it.
And a nice game against Georgetown. He had 11 points off the bench against the Hoyas. He has 4 points tonight. So 42-35.
Just not creating turnovers leading to baskets. Nice high-low.
Morgan can't spin it in. The miss on the second effort. Now the third, and got it to go.
Got to seal the deal there.
It's a kind of a quiet 11 tonight.
Be in the attack mode at some point.
Frazier's jumper. He is chilly at the moment, and a whistle on the baseline.
I think McRoberts riding this guy out, De La Rosa, but they need him to ring that bell. He has been struggling a little bit. Look at this bang inside the effort. Sustained by number 13. Well, he's an interesting, I think, looking at the future, there's a lot of things he can do because he can shoot the basketball. He competes. He beats in a lot of areas on the floor.
Yep, number 2 scorer for the Hoosiers, but he's their best rebounder and shot blocker. He will take a seat for a moment. That last foul did go on Zach McRoberts. Belize tied up, and a foul by McRoberts. Crowd didn't like that at all. They thought it was just good defense.
Right. Trying to jump out. The preparation is just amazing. And even on the inbounds, the detail.
So
show that to the house. They're not happy again.
Right. 1-and-1 time for the Fighting Illini.
He's decent, 72% free throw shooter.
Smith trying to go in strong. Will stay on this end. 12:54 remaining. Game was tied at halftime. Illinois had 32 at the break. They've barely gotten into the scoring column since then.
Archie's got Morgan resting too. See if we can get some minutes there to the TV timeout. Nice back cut.
Here's Langford, the outstanding freshman. He'll go on the double team and a kickball.
It's interesting. If I were playing Romeo, I'd make him show me he can knock that thing down on a regular basis and take away the drive. And I think he's going to be a very good shooter, but right now it's not there, particularly deep.
Preseason freshman All-American.
That's 5 at least.
Yes. Going to back him up, right?
On the warning, they say he intruded.
Not enough space there.
I've been with you for 2 days. You've been intruding.
Ishvili intruding a bit.
That's a big intrusion.
Yes. That's 6'9". And an official timeout with 12:42 to go. An official stoppage of play.
They got some things on the floor out in front of us here. They're trying to straighten out.
A little liquid.
A nice little back screen taking the hit.
So this is not too far from us. And trust me, we didn't do it.
No.
We're not to blame for this spillage.
I have been known not to spill very much.
that is the truth. 44-35 Indiana. That wasn't the reason for the official stopping play initially, but we were able to get folks over here to wipe this up, so we have a bit of a delay. Well, in the Big Ten, our news and notes now, 7 teams are ranked in the Associated Press Top 25. That leads the country. Michigan number 2, they're 13-0. Number 8, Michigan State, perfect in league play, and they've won 15 in a row in the regular season in the conference.
You start rolling off these names. They're having great years. Michigan, obviously. Ohio State, another one. Iowa's sneaky. They can score. I think they're going to. In Minnesota, it's a pretty solid play. Your Coffee playing good basketball, making plays on the offense. 3 assists a game. Jordan Murphy. Rebounds, points, 15 and 9.
Well, he took care of the housekeeping. Going back down inside. And a whistle as well, the foul. They got Davis involved, and he strikes, looking for a three-point play.
He can be a load down there. Set affectionately, of course. Just tough to get the angle to get around the other side. Good hold off, the ability to finish and through contact. He could be a big-time factor for this team as the stretch run occurs.
Been able to chip in on occasion. No three-point player, but he gets the rebound back.
You don't take the shooter.
They go right back downstairs to him. Bang it inside.
I think it was a hold. Yeah, I think it's the right call.
Foul against Illinois.
Giorgio with a little sleight of hand in there.
Number 2, Ishvili, number 2, and Davis favoring that leg.
Watch him hold and pull him towards him now. Wow. That wasn't pretty. Either way.
Let's see if he is all right. He was a little balky when he rose to his feet. You mentioned the torn Achilles that caused him to miss so much time last year. Big junior out of Park Hill, Colorado.
59% from that free throw line. He's moving back all right, though.
So 46-35 Indiana.
They're really struggling to score, aren't they? Swarming defense. Boy, use the big guy in there.
Frazier trying to get to that baseline. Dosumu. Yes, he'll hit a 3.
Nice find. Getting available on the baseline drive. Heads turn.
13 points. Illinois hanging around.
Nice again. How about that?
To the other side of the iron, laid in by Smith.
Davis is hobbling a little as he comes back. Boy, they pick that zone apart. What great preparation at halftime.
That's off Frazier's leg, out of play off the Fighting Illini. 17 turnovers.
How pretty. Early in the game, they struggled against the zone, but now they found the big guy in the middle. A little dump down. Smith finishes adroitly.
Doing a great job finding the holes. You guys have been really, really unselfish in there. But the whole key is getting across half court and flow faster into what we're doing. Don't look at me to give you the ring. You know what to do. Just run it. One or the other. One or the other. All right?
He is right on top of it. I think this adjustment at halftime was so solid, being ready for the zone and getting in position to do some damage. And the lack of communication, that's what coaches lament all the time. No conversation in the back here. And now, here's the entry. Nobody knows or spots Smith in the back of it. I mean, you've got to talk no matter what defense you're in.
Indiana started the game 6 out of 18 shooting it. Caught fire since then, 12 for their last 19. You figured that was just a matter of time. And they're trying to add to their lead right now here at Assembly Hall. Langford with the ball now. He's got 19 points.
Well, this takes his driving out. At least that's probably the philosophy for this. But how about that? We liked it today, didn't we?
They didn't miss much in his workout today.
No.
22 points for the rookie. So up to 51-38 Hoosiers.
Nice lead.
Underneath to Big Georgie.
How about that? Io.
But a fine first half. He's got 12 points. So they've cut it to 11. Green splitting 2 defenders. Morgan back in there. Green to the baseline. Lost it as it popped out of his hands.
Got to get back. He does. Nice eye vision. You can run and look. Little peekaboo by Jawan. Good hustle. They had talked earlier in the huddles about transition D. Pretty solid.
26.
So there's not been a huge scoring night for him. Not yet anyway. Not like it was against Butler and some other opponents. In fact, had some great games against Illinois in his career. But he's done a lot of the little things.
And Frazier has averaged 15 in 2 games last year. Really struggling tonight.
Yeah, just 2 points. Off that fake. Williams, no. Actually, Jordan with the jump shot off target. Under 10 minutes to go. Langford again left open this time. That barely nicked the iron. Nice hustle there by Smith. Morgan, a little wild shot and tipped out by Langford. So back over to the Fighting Illini.
Pretty good hustle by Langford, too, to get back in that.
Now for Illinois, the Big Ten being underway is not particularly good news because after top 25 Indiana, number 2 Michigan looms in a week. Before January ends, they have to face Iowa in the top 25, Wisconsin in the top 25, and a very good Maryland team.
Unbelievable. Don't look ahead.
Yes.
You know, you will have nightmares in this conference this year. And that one there is zig and a zag, throwing it out of bounds, and he is frustrated. It's really been tough.
And tonight, his team has turned it over 18 times.
At Northwestern, and they'll be bouncing back after a tough one, no question about it.
Still time to do something about this one tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Morgan with the handoff and picked off by Illinois.
Nice look. Oh, they should have lobbed it.
Green wants to attack. And a blocking foul with 9:01 to go.
Picking it up too deep. A couple of careless errors on the other end by Illinois. They didn't even get an opportunity to shoot the ball.
So that'll be number 5 on Nichols, so he's done.
And he really struggled too.
Guy averaging 9 points, 4 rebounds a game, but they will have his services no more tonight.
I think he's got 2, if I'm not mistaken. Well, you need a guy like that around 10 points a game to contribute.
Nichols being replaced in the lineup.
Devontae Williams coming on to replace him.
2 free throws in the
So 2 coming for Green, who makes 75%.
So when you're struggling like Illinois is, and I've been authority on that, by the way, when I was coaching, guys are looking around. That's when the better players, or the guys that have more quality in terms of their success, and they have to do some things to step up. Not force it. It might be just making a play, a good pass, or obviously the ability to shoot is very important too. And that's where Frazier's got to do some damage now. Get back in this game now.
Way downtown Jordan. That won't drop for him. Good hustle by Green into the corner. Now they've got numbers. Roberts.
Pass and cut. Well, he keeps active.
Morgan. Strong move inside. No stopping that.
Just power. That's why he's a tough out. In or out. Does the damage.
So Indiana has built a 15-point lead. No basket there. Whistle before the shot with 8:24 showing.
Personal foul, Indiana. Number 6.
Foul against Indiana. And
third personal.
that will go on Langford and be number 3 on the freshman.
1 plus the bonus, Illinois.
Interesting dialogue over the sideline. Kushanishvili tried to hustle for that loose ball in the corner, didn't get back. He's trying to explain his case to Brad.
Well, he's a very gregarious kid. His teammates just love him. And again, came from a very, very tough part of the world, the Republic of Georgia. And reports saw some very difficult things in his time there. And his mom had to leave the family to travel to Vienna in order to make a living.
Came back for him, right?
Came back for him years later.
Yeah. Like, think of it. He ended up in New Jersey, the garden spot of the world.
Of course.
So, I mean, there's some fairness, there's some equity.
And in the end, winding up at Illinois, where he just raves about the meal plan the students are on and all the fresh fruit he gets. He takes loads of it back to the athletic dorm every day.
Well, as you know, we're spoiled.
Yes.
In our world, we're very lucky.
Anderson just into the game, got a good clean look, but can't hit it. Illinois looking to make a run. Williams whips the pass for the corner. And Griffin will not take the shot. Frazier has been cold all night.
He's got an opening here.
Yes, he did.
And that helps.
Yep.
A lot of times just getting to the foul line or getting the layup, all of a sudden, it enriches your hopes, your aspirations.
Indiana's done a very good job on him, though. 55-44.
Look at this match here. That's why he's a tough out. You can take a big guy like this, beat him with the dribble, make a 3. Nice back cut.
Roberts went for the save, but could not, so they turn it over.
Well, it's nice to have some people who've been down the road, long in the tooth, so to speak, that I can relate. And not like this guy around the basket, though. He is tough and dominates big time. Exactly. The hustle, the energy, the power broker, Morgan down on the block. Well, the ability to communicate we talked about earlier, be in position, be ready, challenge shots, check out, be active to pursue loose balls, contain the dribble, all the aforementioned thing for 6 shot clock violations. Just extraordinary effort. We talked about preparation, scouting report, and then taking it from the practice court to the gym. We're going to seal the baseline, challenge the shot. Just hectic. An overall effort by the Indiana, and really a struggle for Illinois to make shots now, particularly in this half.
Our Jeep stat comparison, they really shot it well in the first half. Different story in the second 20, and Illinois has now turned it over 19 times. That ties the season high, which they also did against UNLV. Again, they pulled together a run here. That's the question.
Here's a little single post look.
Forcing the shot inside Williams. Never did get to the iron, so the shot clock keeps running. Now down to 7. Griffin trying to slither that pass, yet threw it away. Another turnover. That's a season high now.
About that 20 of them. Goodness.
Durham tried to spin it up there, tapped out high to Langford. Whistle.
I think Griffin on the reach in. Oh, tough to win when you're making those mistakes on the offensive end, given ample opportunities. You can't get your defense set. A lot of bad things happen when you turn it over, particularly live turnovers.
Griffin's first to put Langford back to the line. He had a double-double against Arkansas. Had 20 points and the game-winning shot against Northwestern. Now, one thing about Indiana, we talked about Finney being out, and a guy who's hit big shots this year in his first season, but so has Langford. Morgan has 2. They've got a lot of guys down the stretch who can win you a game.
A lot of guys play with confidence, and you're not looking around to see who's going to make a play. It stays within the system, share it, make the extra pass.
Another youngster with 23 points.
Well, he's got a calmness about him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a coolness without being showy.
Frazier up top for Griffin.
Rosa pretty active down there. Morgan just does a great job with his footwork, the 9 post up. Stretch it out, recover. Look at this kid. Weak side help. Causes the turnover.
Went for the save.
That's just excellent defense. Boy, talk about effort. Guys knowing, being on the same wavelength. That is impressive.
Langford, by the way, 23 points is a season high. Got to get off a shot quickly, and that one tipped over the top. 6:17 to go, and it's going to be a discussion now, but whose ball it is.
There'll be 1 second on the clock if they give it back. Say it's their ball. Yeah, they do. Well, a full 30. Really nice cut with such little time on the clock.
And they've got to reset the shot clock here.
Yeah,
so
they go to 1. They finally got it.
Go to 1 second. They sort that out. Yep. 1 second on the shot clock.
Well, you think lob in a situation like this, but maybe a quick cut to the corner.
Yep. De La Rosa, as you mentioned, a 7-footer. Yep. Intended for him, but taken away.
Nice hustle from the back. That's what they're good at. We haven't seen enough of that. Those deflections. No rear view mirror in this game.
Morgan crashing in, and that's a blocking foul.
I think it's the right call, too, and he got hurt.
On De La Rosa.
That's when you get a hit in the thigh. It can be painful. Again, a tough match for their big guys when Morgan brings the freight train deep.
De La Rosa, the 7-foot grad student, with his 3rd foul. So 2 shots here for Morgan. And scuffling in that department, just 57%.
You're so picky.
13 points so far tonight.
It's shocking because he does have a great stroke.
Really does. Talking about a guy who makes 46% of his threes and almost 70% of his shots, and took a pretty good knock there.
De La Rosa, Kent State kid. I don't know how mobile he is that deep from the basket. They're going to take Morgan out. He got a pretty good bang.
Now with 14 points. Came in averaging 16 and 8 rebounds.
Tim Garl right on the spot. I think there was a 45, 47 years. I think 40. No, that was Don Fisher was 47.
Don Fisher.
Yeah, right.
Osuma will pull up and pop, but he can't hit it.
Nice tip to himself.
Williams straight on. Hey. Great look, and there's a 3.
De La Rosa is the guy. His effort got the kickback for the open look.
Now, only a 10-point game here with almost 6 minutes to go.
Plenty of time. This is where you got to reach back.
Green on the dribble.
Oh, a little late on the cover.
Davis will finish.
Williams, he had the steal.
Frazier pulls up and drains the three.
You know he loves to freeze and drill.
He had 28 against Missouri, 29 against Gonzaga.
And that could open up his drive game now a little bit because you got to get out and hug him.
Again, Davis a tie up and a foul, 5:08 left.
Just a little bit off their coverage there. Frazier, tad slow with the giveaway.
Number 1, Trent Frazier.
Number 3, I believe.
Third personal.
That is 3 on Frazier.
Number 20, Devon Davis.
So Davis to the line, 59%. Hoosiers trying to protect their perfect record at home. They're 9-0 here at Assembly Hall.
When you look around this conference, the venues are unbelievable. It is tough to win on the road.
Number 15 is Ahmed Roberts.
Yeah, a lot of talk about 8, 9, possibly 10 NCAA tournament bids out of the Big Ten.
I don't think it'd be an argument either.
Yeah. Well, 10-point game, 5 minutes to play.
He can take it with the dribble now.
Big rebound by Langford. We're showing you many of his skills here tonight, including the ability to hit the long jump shot.
His handle's what's impressive.
Flipped it up there, draws the foul, and he'll be back to the line where he has been often this evening.
Shown it all, huh?
Personal foul.
A lot of great contributions.
Big Ten standings now.
And Maryland with a nice win against a real solid Nebraska team.
Number 0, Romeo Langford.
Amazing, huh?
They're in the top 25. Ohio State has an outstanding team. They're 12-1.
Oh, they got a really solid team. Weston in that low post, he is a tough guy to move. Every night is a difficult evening, I'm telling you.
Number 15.
Just got to keep focus, concentrate on the opponent.
De La Rosa picked up number 4, and Morgan continues to be worked on.
Timmy's seen it all here. Goes back to the Bob Knight era.
Saw some perfection here.
Yeah, I would say. Well, 1976 in particular, right?
Perfect season.
Something happened in 87 that was good, too. How do you feel about that?
Somehow it has escaped some of our Syracuse memory, but what a great shot and a great team as well, as Frazier will draw the foul.
That's one of the few times he had room to roam, going to that dominant hand. I think it's all set up by his ability to shoot that ball.
Davis, number 2. Well, that shot is in the lobby. He's smart. And the one thing Syracuse fans have to admit was he absolutely bottomed it out.
He did.
It's not like it rolled around the rim 5 times.
And I do remember I was on the opposite side, and my memory was that he was behind the glass, but it was a perfect angle. Of course, he spoke to the team after their win against Butler. He was in the locker room after, so...
what a
Victor
shot.
Oladipo as well.
Yeah.
Of course, they've got some rooms in the back now named after them. Zeller contributions to the program.
Frazier starting to put it together a little bit here late, but can't hit the foul shot. He has 8 points tonight. 62-51 Indiana.
The first run and jumps or traps, they've not been as aggressive defensively.
Green to the lane. Strong move there, but no basket.
Tell you what, I like the way these guys have refereed this game, too, don't you?
Done a very nice job. Led by Boborowski. Really fine crew. And they have largely done what you like from a crew. They've stayed out of the way and let the kids play.
Very clean game.
And a pickoff by Frazier. Dosunmu will lay it up and in.
Pretty nice use of his shoulder to turn on a quick timeout. Illinois showing a little bit of life, a little spunk, a little effort.
Well, he's got 17.
They need Frazier to do a lot of things. One of them is get it out on the break and finish himself, or feed Iowa.
DeMiller, who appears to be about to get a win in Bloomington, his older brother Sean trying to do the same in Arizona tonight. Pac-12 opener for his Wildcats in Colorado coming up next on FS1. Of course, when you're done there in Indy, Dave and Raph. Happy New Year's, by the way, fellas.
Thank you very much. 62-53. The Hoosiers with the lead. 25 points by the terrific freshman Romeo Langford tonight.
He has been solid all ends of the floor. And what a job he did in preparing this team defensively. I think Archie was solid.
Archie working that water bottle, and he has reason to. Working hard tonight. In front of a great crowd here at Assembly Hall.
This is what they worked on. They got to get over the timeline now.
Agreed.
Got it, yeah.
Yep, there's 10 seconds.
There's so much for back dribbling, and the off guard has to get on an angle behind the man, so he's got somebody to pass to. And then you speed dribble and create some havoc. Look over the top. They worked on that.
Illinois showing some fight.
Yeah. Brad's guys are known for that.
Frazier in and out.
Nice rebound.
And deflected on a play off of Indiana along the baseline. Although Morgan does not agree.
Shaughnessy Villa usually been a little bit stronger with that delivery.
Way downtown and buried. Dosunmu can hit that shot. 39% from three. And 20 points for him tonight. And don't look now, but the Fighting Illini are very much alive. Down 62-56. Langford in close. No, he missed the lay-in.
Got to give it up.
Well, it was maybe his easiest shot tonight.
Yeah, I know it was.
Well, Illinois is in it. Dosunmu looking for help now. Needs help. Langford all over him. Got it free, and the big fellow will lay it in.
What a nice job using that rim to ward off. Really knows the geography around that rim.
Ishan Ishvili knows a thing or two about it. Yes, and there's a whistle with 2:22 to go. Back to that last play.
Almost a 5-second call once you pick it up. And just really a nice little maneuver on that baseline. Little chicken arm, use the rim. Great feel. And just a nice little ability to step in. He's making shots now. I think the IO is going to be a terrific player. Dosunmu.
Illinois on an 8-0 run that Durham is trying to end right here with 2:22 to go. And what has become a 4-point game. Durham with 5 points.
I'm sorry, Dave. You can't relax against Illinois, though. And they do keep coming.
And Durham hits the pair. One of the better foul shooters for Indiana to make it 64-58. Illini really need this man right now, Frazier. Williams fires it up there. Can't hit it. It comes back to Morgan. Langford in the open floor. Gives it up for Smith. And he strikes.
Pretty good try trying to pick up the charge. But nice counter. Composure essential now for Illinois.
Dosunmu off the fake. Airborne. Short. The tip won't drop.
Look who takes over twice.
Foul with 1:22 remaining. Indiana with a couple of big shots here in the last half minute.
Well, they've stepped up. Nice counter punching. And just a wild kind of a delivery, but right on the spot. Jawan, how about even the pass selection in the open floor? And this one could have gone either way, but nice little slide by, I think. Let the officials let it go.
Jordan picked up his third foul. Durham has half a dozen points, the left-hander.
Illinois captain Substitution.
Illinois will bring on Alan Griffin, the freshman.
Replacing Williams.
So Williams to the bench with 1:22 remaining. And Durham's second one on target.
Defensively now you want to create some problems, let them use a little bit of clock. And conversely, right now Illinois needs some quick hitters, a little drag screen early.
Both teams have been in so many close games. Can Illinois get in one here and pull it out? A whistle underneath with 1:12 showing.
And pointing at a lot of guys on that particular play of them was Smith.
Yep, that will be on Justin Smith of the Hoosiers, number 2.
And second personal, the team's captain.
So Bishanishvili to the line.
Shot at the bench here. Bruiser, Flynn, Ed Schilling. Here's Bruiser, a Philly guy. Assistant at UMass for John Calipari in their heyday. And later head coach at Drexel.
Bishanishvili with 14 points. A little bit quiet in the second half. Got into double figures in the first 20 minutes. 15 tonight. Green back on now for the Hoosiers.
You extend the floor maybe if it may give him a little bit of a wrinkle. Make sure you protect the basket if you're Illinois.
They can get to it in 7. That won't happen. And Morgan, one big rebound after another.
Takes over. You really look up. He can handle. That's what makes him doubly difficult. Nice kid. What a sound play by Langford.
And Durham with 9 points to make it 69-59. Frazier practically falling out of bounds right in front of his bench.
Nice. What a help side.
By the way, it was Smith, but laid off the iron by Frazier. And a foul. It'll be an and 1.
Boy, you got to admire these kids, though. They're not backing off, playing it to the end. I mean, they are better than their record. This is just terrific. Look at the footwork, the drop step, and Smith, sensational. And just not giving up on plays.
So Bishanishvili will go to the line for a 3-point play. And Illinois not done yet.
No.
With 44 seconds to go. The freshman from the Republic of Georgia with 17 tonight. And make it 18.
They're going to go big on the ball, too. Take away the vision of the inbounder. Just got to protect. That's the key thing. A lot of speed on the floor as well for Illinois.
Yep, certainly with Feliz coming back on for Underwood. No pressure. Langford will break that. No foul.
Look at this. Hetty, use the clock. Chappelle.
Try to double him up, and they reach and commit the foul.
That's about being tough with the ball, too. He was not going to give that up.
Frazier with number 4.
You mentioned coming up with big rebound after big rebound. Being in the right spot on that particular play. Just so solid in all aspects of the game. What I like about him, too, is he rebounds, he can bring it up. He's confident with the basketball. He's tough with the basketball.
Romeo Langford, 25 points tonight.
You sort of get the feeling like people were excited about him coming to Indiana.
Just a little, yeah.
Just a little. It's tough to arouse you, I know this.
McDonald's All-American. Indiana Mr. Basketball, 3,000 high school points. Off the charts, one of the top recruits in America. Staying home in the state of Indiana. 71-62. And time running out here on the Fighting Illini.
If anything, they've done a great job on this guy. That's a tough long jack.
Way downtown, yeah.
Wow.
Frazier makes it to make it 71-65.
I get the timeout.
Timeout with 21 seconds.
Gives him one left.
60-second timeout.
So we will keep it here as well. Illinois looking for a miracle here in the last 21.4 seconds. You know, on Saturday, it's a college hoops doubleheader coming your way on Fox. First Big Ten powerhouses collide. Number 8 Michigan State against number 14 Ohio State. Then it's Big East action. Villanova against Providence. All starting Saturday, 11:30 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
Now, just to correct this, there are no timeouts left.
So 71-65. Illinois with a terrific run here late in the second half, but not much time remaining.
No, they've got to be ready. Maybe one trap and one pass. Try and get something out of the trap, something on the interception, and they give it, extend this game. I don't think you have a choice of whom to foul. I'm sure countering that, Archie will have some guys touching the ball who are pretty good at the free throw line.
Well, certainly Durham, one of their best foul shooters, 76%. Green, 75%.
Smith struggles a little at 61.
Langford has been making his. And he's been making a lot of shots, period. You know, you get a chance to see a heralded freshman who gets off to such a great start and has checked every box. When you see him in person, oftentimes you come away thinking he's even better than that. And tonight is one of those nights.
This is the best I think I've seen. I've seen most of the games either in person or on tape. Pretty good denial with all the speed on the floor, and they get the timeout. They have 2 left. IU. Good job. You're looking for the ideally, you get a 5-second violation. You know?
So timeout there. Langford tonight at times has really put on a show.
Well, as you said, checking all the boxes. He uses the box above the glass on that one, and that full extension. We had that earlier in the game. Good feel and a very unselfish kid. And the one thing that jumped out at me a couple of weeks ago talking to Archie about his team, he said that he has such a humbleness about him that makes him attractive to teammates. Didn't come in here and try and be a big deal and take over. Just wanted to blend in and be a part of a successful season.
Yeah, tonight he's certainly been a star. 27 points to lead the Hoosiers, who were in a pretty good battle here just a couple of minutes ago. And
perfect trap there. Oh, they give the giveaway.
So it'll be Langford once again trying to add to that total as he will march to the other end. Colorado and Arizona has started up on FS2. And we'll get to that one as soon as we're done here at Assembly Hall.
2 free throws, Indiana.
It's Miller time. It's Sean.
Indeed. Archie Miller is brother, only 40 years old as a head coach, second year now here at Indiana. And taking the Hoosiers to Michigan coming up next for showdown with the Wolverines in one of the giant early Big Ten games of the conference schedule.
Michigan saw them early against Villanova. They were just on top of their game out of the gate.
He has 28. 72-65. And final seconds here. Frazier moments ago hit one of these, but not this time. Jordan picking off the rebound, quickly gets it back up, but well short. And another whistle with 5.5 to go. And Indiana can start the celebration. The Hoosiers about to improve to 12-2.
Illinois has got to take pieces of this game and grow from it. They can't get down despondent. I mean, they show effort, show involvement. It just lapses on that offensive end on occasion. Nothing comes easy for them, does it?
No. It's been one of those seasons. 4-9 right now. Bevy of very tough losses. Got close in this one. Tied at halftime at 32. So it'll be Morgan back to the line, the 6'8 senior.
The hard part now is the head. How do you massage it? Don't lose belief in one another.
73-65. And a shot at the buzzer won't go, so that will be your final score. Indiana wins it 73-65. For Bill Raftery and our crew, thanks so much for joining us tonight here at Assembly Hall. Now we toss it to Aaron Goldsmith and Steve Lavin in Arizona.